Hey guys, I'm back with another preview video. This is my second one of 4. So this is going to be St. Louis Blues versus the Dallas Stars. So I'm just going to get right into the stats wise. Then again, sorry for the bad background. I said that in the first video, but in case you didn't watch that video, sorry for the really bad background. So I'm going to go through round 1 for both teams. So for Dallas, Game 1, Dallas won 3-2 in Nashville. Game 2, Nashville won in overtime to tie the series 2-1 in overtime. In Nashville won Game 3 in Dallas to make it 2-1, a 3-2 win. Dallas responded with a 5-1 win at home to tie it 2-2. Dallas won Game 5, 5-3 in Nashville, and that was to make the series 3-2 Dallas. And Game 6, Dallas won at home in overtime 2-1 to make it a 4-2 series win, so Dallas wins the series 4-2. Dallas at home was 2-1, while on the road they were also 2-1. For St. Louis, Game 1, St. Louis won in Winnipeg 2-1. Game 2, St. Louis won in Winnipeg 4-3. Game 3, Winnipeg won in St. Louis 6-3. Game 4, Winnipeg won in St. Louis in overtime 2-1. Game 5, St. Louis won in Winnipeg 3-2. And Game 6, St. Louis won at home for the first time in the series to make it a 3-2 to make it a 4-2 series win. To make it a 4-2 series win for St. Louis. St. Louis at home was 1-2, and St. Louis on the road was 3-0. Yes, they were on the road 3-0, yes. So going into power plays and penalty kills for round 1. So Dallas on the power play was 4 for 22, 18.1%. They were 15 for 15 on the penalty kill, which is obviously 100%. My cat's here down here meowing because I think my sister opened the door, which is why I stopped talking for a second. St. Louis was 5 for 19 on the power play, 26.33%, so better than Dallas on the power play. And they were 11 for 14 on the penalty kill, which is 78.5%. So Dallas's penalty kill was better, and St. Louis's power play was better, so that's that. Their regular season record, St. Louis was 45-28-9. Dallas was 43-32-7. So for the season series, I have my cat right here. So January 12th, St. Louis won in Dallas 3-1. February 21st, a 5-2 win for Dallas in Dallas. And March 3rd, Dallas won in St. Louis. And then Dallas won 4-1 in St. Louis, so the Dallas was 2-1-0 against St. Louis, and St. Louis was 1-2-0 against Dallas. Dallas outscored St. Louis 10-6. And obviously their playoff records are 4-2 and 4-2. St. Louis will have home ice, and the series will start tomorrow night in St. Louis, I believe at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, so that's that. So the St. Louis Blues and Dallas Stars will face off in the Western Conference second round for the second time in 4 seasons. Game 1 of the best of 7 series is at Enterprise Center on Thursday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. The Stars hope to avenge their 7-game second round loss to the Blues in 2016. Dallas performed well against St. Louis this season, outscoring the Blues 13-7 in 4 games. Oh, was there 4 games? Oh wow, I saw there was only 3 games. Whoopsies. And we're 19-11-3 after the 2019 Honda NHL All-Star Weekend. St. Louis was 24-6-4 to finish the regular season, including an 11-game winning streak from January 23rd to February 19th. It's going to be a tough challenge, just like Nashville. Stars forward Jamie Benn said, referring to Dallas' first-round opponent, obviously. Obviously, St. Louis has probably been one of the best teams, if not the best, since January. That scared the crap out of me. They've been on a great run, so it's going to be another hard-fought battle. Defense will be key in the second round. The Blues allowed 16 goals to the Winnipeg Jets, 6th in the NHL among the 16 playoff teams. The Stars are 4th with 12 goals against in their 6-game win against the Nashville Predators. They play tough. Blues defenseman Colton Parayko, whatever. They're a team that continues to push in waves. That's what makes them good. They've got a team throughout the lineup. There's offensive and defensive players, and then obviously there's goaltenders really good as well. And obviously their goaltender's really good as well. They've got a good team, so we've got to make sure we bring our best game. So going into some game breakers, so for the Blues, Jaden Schwartz had a quiet start to the first round, but ended with a flourish. The second line forward scored the game-winning goal in Game 5 with 15 seconds remaining in the third period, and scored a natural hat-trick in St. Louis. In St. Louis' 3-2 series clinching win in Game 6. He had 5 points, 4 goals, 1 assist in the series. For the Stars, Tyler For the Stars, center Tyler Seguin had 6 points, 2 goals, 4 assists in the first round, including the secondary assist on defenseman John Klingberg's game-winning goal in overtime in Game 6. So for goaltending wise, for the Blues, Jordan Binghamton followed an impressive regular season with a strong performance in the first round, going 4-2 with a 2.63 goals against average and 908 save percentage. Jake Allen is the backup. For the Stars, Ben Bishop, a finalist for the Vezina Trophy, was 4-2 with a 1.90 GAA and 945 save percentage. Against the Predators, he saved his best for Game 6 with 47 saves. Backup Antoine Khudobin won 16 regular season games. So going into some numbers to know. So for the Blues, St. Louis went 3-0 in the first round at Bell MTS Place, where Winnipeg was 25-12-4 in their regular season. It continued their success on the road in the regular season, when they were 21-13-7. The 13 regulation losses were the fourth fewest in the NHL, behind the Tampa Bay Lightning, 9, Pittsburgh Penguins, and Toronto Maple Leafs, 12 each. For the Stars, they were 15 on the penalty kill against the Predators, except for Game 6 when they took 4 penalties. They stayed disciplined throughout the series. So injury report for the Blues, none. For the Stars, defenseman JV Oleskiak, lower body, will not play in Game 1. Forward Matthias Janmark will be available after missing 5 games with a lower body injury. So the Blues forward Robbie Fabry, I remember him. I think he played for Team Canada once. Yes, bitch. They've got that top line there that does a lot for that team. They're not only skilled, but they're hard workers. They've got that depth like we do, but they play hard. Their defensive zone is structured and together. We're going to have to use our play below the goal line to try and expose some holes. And then Stars goalie Ben Bishop said they're a good team right now. They're playing really good hockey. The best team since January, so we're going to have a tough test. Got some rest here and get ready. So now the Blues will win if Binnington continues to handle the pressure well. The 25-year-old has looked calm and collected since the Blues recalled him from San Antonio of the American Hockey League on January 5th. He could have been rattled after allowing 6 goals in Game 3 of the first round, but returned to form by giving up 6 goals over the final 3 games of the series, which is obviously good for them. That's like 2 each. For the Stars, if they will win if they maintain their strong defensive game. Dallas' third line of Andrew Cogliano, Radek Faksa, and Blake Como held Nashville's top line of Philip Forsberg, Ryan Johansson, and Victor Arvidsson to a combined 4 points. That line will get another test against David Perron, Ryan O'Reilly, and Vladimir Tarasenko. So that will do it for my preview. This is actually a really short one. I didn't write any kind of predictions, so St. Louis and Dallas, I definitely feel like St. Louis will win in again 6 or 7. Let's look again on the road, because St. Louis does have St. Louis does have home ice, but they were 1-2 at home, but they were 3-0 on the road, right? So Dallas at home was, or Dallas on the road was 2-1, which is not that bad, and also 2-1 at home. So I feel like both of them, I feel like the series could go far. I do think it could go 6 or 7 games. Do I know exactly who will win? I'm just going to go with St. Louis just because they are, I think, the better team in my opinion, but the better team does not always win, clearly. After seeing round 1, the better team does not always win. Hell no. So it'll be tough to say who wins this series, but I'm just going to stick with St. Louis in 6 or 7, probably 7. So this is another series that I think will probably go on another late series, the 6 or 7. So I think that'll do it for this video. So let me know in the comments who you think is going to win. For all we know, Dallas will win 5. That's not going to happen, but I feel like St. Louis will win in 6 or 7. Anyway, having said that, I'm going to do right after this one my 3rd playoff video, and hopefully I'll be able to get these up tonight, along with my other video that I'm planning on doing, and that's about it for now. So I'll see you guys in the next preview, which will be the San Jose Sharks versus the Colorado Avalanche. So I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.